Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm Dr. Jerry W. You know, I'm excited today because today, I got the Lola Falana of reality television, Miss Taronda Jones, and she's back. We're going to talk about season two of the Never Ever Mets. That season two debuts Friday on at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. Don't matter where you're at, which coast you're on, it's the same time. It's the same time. Just to recap, Never Ever Met features seven couples who have been dating online and developed relationships, but have never met in person. Season two, I saw the trailer. This one, this one, I'm not missing an episode. You shouldn't need.
And you shouldn't and
And
shouldn't.
so, welcome, Taronda. Amazing to see you again.
Likewise.
Okay, okay. Seven couples. They're getting it in. You got some unique twists on this one. Uh,
Yeah.
really amazing. So, uh, first episode Friday. Online loves and real life confessions. Yeah, the Never Ever Mets. They're back. They're in LA this time at this amazing resort. Um,
It's a house. It's a villa. It just looks like a resort, but it's definitely a house. It's an amazing house.
it's an amazing house. Look,
Uh-huh.
they're gonna test a love connection in the real world. One woman has been hiding like a major secret from her partner,
Mhm.
and the other couples pop in with there's some red flags that pop up pretty quickly, and so I'm excited. So season two, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you feeling about it? I know I saw the little clip with the truth or lie thing that you did, and your excitement for season two was just, popping off the screen. Talk to me about season two, how you feel about being back and leading this.
First of all, it's an honor. I'm glad OWN and Burnham and the whole production company, they chose me as their host. I'm super excited about that. But this season, I think I came in a little bit more prepared, and I knew what to expect this season. I also think the couples kind of knew what to expect this season. These couples this season, they were a little bit more polished.
Mm.
I think they were a little bit more refined because the cameras were around. But it's definitely an explosive season. It's definitely a lot of secrets that are going to unfold throughout the entire season. So yeah, I'm just excited to be back. Hopefully y'all watch it so I can get a season three.
I will watch it. I'm gonna run them numbers up. I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna run them up. I'm connected in with Nielsen. It's everything that I watch. It is I'm gonna stay on it, and I'm gonna get to old seasons. I'm gonna rewind them when you're not on. I'm gonna catch the new season, so
I
they'll know
love it.
you're still rocking with it. I love it. What can viewers expect this season? If y'all didn't watch last season, we got to give you kind of a heads up. Go beyond the storyline just a little bit and tell me how you
I'm
feel
not doing
as
that. I'm not
as
doing
the
that.
coach,
I
as
can't
the
do that.
coach.
I can't do that.
You
Not
know I
doing it.
tried.
You're
I
gonna
had to
have to
try
watch
it.
for yourself. I will advise viewers to take whatever they can from this show as far as the challenges and the dating advice and the experience that we do display on camera because it is very informative. There are a lot of activities that I think could be useful and helpful if you are dating. So I just advise people to just take this as an informative show, right? And also pay attention to the red flags when you are dating, because there were a million walking red flags in the house. And I think in one episode, the young lady, Charlie, she kept saying something was off. I couldn't, it was the first time I couldn't read you. It was, I don't know, it was you was off. And that was her, that's a woman's intuition. She
Mm.
knew that, but she went against her intuition. And I'm almost positive maybe well, I'm not gonna say, but that's
Right,
that.
right, right.
Woman's intuition is everything. So pay
So
attention to the signs.
so last season was your introduction, and you got, they dropped you in the deep end real quick.
Mhm.
And so you refined that. What are some of the approaches that you use this season to guide couples through the challenges and the bonding activities this season that, you know, you said this season's cast is more refined than last season.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so you've learned lessons. How did you refine your approach for
I
this?
think the patience, with me, I've gotten a lot more patient, right? And also giving grace. I'm real good at that. But I think this season it was just all about like, who am I to judge?
Mm.
Anybody who come on the show and, trying to find love or trying to connect with their loved ones. So it's just giving grace and being more patient.
I know that, dating online creates unique challenges. And coming into the show, I didn't know this last season, but you have had experience with the online dating world as well, they say.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to share some of your personal experiences with online dating, and how has that influenced, most importantly, how has that influenced your approach? Uh
Well, I deleted the app. I was on Hinge.
okay.
Deleted the app. But I think because there was one guy I did eventually meet in person, but it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Again, people can hide behind a computer screen. They can pretend to be whoever they want. And when you do meet in person, the energy and the chemistry don't lie. And the guy who I met up with and, tried to make something work, I think it lasted all of a month.
Mm,
It was a no for me. Because the moment I see BS, I'm see you later.
that's right.
I don't got time for it.
It's not in this day and age. Look,
Yeah, I don't got time for
we read 140 characters. You got 140 seconds to
it.
mess up, and I'm out.
Like it's a difference between being nervous, you don't know what to expect when you first meet in person, but just being an a-hole for no reason, you no,
Mm,
goodbye. And oftentimes I have a lot of men who like to try to humble me.
mm,
Not gonna happen over here.
mm.
Not gonna
You know,
happen.
I don't know why. Look, you're a stunning person,
Thank you.
personality wise. You know, I called you Lola Falana. There's a reason why I called you Lola
Now,
Falana.
who is Lola? I don't know I'm young. I don't know who Lola Falana is.
Lola Falana was the most dynamic Black woman in entertainment
Mm,
in an era when Black women weren't allowed on main stages. She changed the world for Black women and
mm.
the beauty standards. Uh, she was a dancer, a singer, performer, actress. The first person I know that had their legs insured for $1 million. And this is when I was a kid. So $1 million then maybe is worth 5 or 6 now. But
Okay.
she was that dynamic and that serious. They insured her legs. The studio
Well,
insured her legs
I
for
receive
a
that.
million. Yeah, the sister was bad. She's still bad. She's still alive. Um, uh, Tips and tricks for online dating. What do you watch on the screen? I'll be watching the background. If something floated across, you didn't tell me you had 3 curmudgeons running back there. Like tips and tricks, what do you advise them to watch for? Because you can only go for so long uh and hide stuff.
Yeah, profile picture is gonna tell you everything you need to know. So you got guys who like to, the moment you see a picture of a guy flashing his money, run.
Mm,
Those are typically people who ain't got it. Because why you flashing it? The people who got it, we're not gonna flash it if we got it. We don't gotta show the world we got money. So if you see the guys with the money pictures, run. The girls who are always chest up, she hiding something. It's always catfishing with that and filters. If you got a woman who's all like every picture, you don't see not one natural picture, that's a red flag. It's a bye-bye. 9 times out of
mm.
10, she doesn't look like she doesn't look like that in person.
So is a
Just simple stuff.
FaceTime is a mandatory?
Absolutely. We got to FaceTime. And at some point, like after a month or 3 weeks, three to 4 weeks in, like eventually I want to like let's sit down. We can go to a public place if you don't feel safe. We can go Starbucks. Go get
Mm,
some coffee. It's quiet
mm,
where we can actually converse and talk. The first thing you don't want to do is go to a restaurant, right? It's loud, it's noisy. You don't want to go to a bar, it's loud, it's noisy. You won't be able to actually connect. You go to a place that's quiet, somewhere that's real chill, like a coffee shop, a museum, where you can actually talk to one another. You can hear what you're saying.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Somewhere where you can actually engage
Yes.
and kind of feel the vibe of the individual.
Yes, because when you don't engage, guess what? You don't know if you like this person for real. I think
Mm,
a lot of us, we just like the idea of having somebody, and we just settle for whatever. I want to know if you can have a casual conversation. I don't want somebody who's a mute. I don't want a mute.
Talk about, so they need to have to match your vibrant personality.
They don't have to match it because I do like a real calm. It's something about a man who's calm, reserved. I don't know. It speaks authority to me. I'm already over the top, but don't need to be two of us. We don't need to be two of us. But I like a well-mannered, reserved man and a man who don't really have to raise his voice to prove that he has authority and position. He just real chill. I had one of those. I love him. I had one of those.
You're so wild. I love it. How do you maintain your energy and positivity, especially, we're dealing with complex relationship dynamics?
Honestly, I always tell people life is not that deep. It's not that serious. I think we are already living in a time where there's so much going on with the epidemic, pandemic, earthquakes and fires and things like that. All this stuff is here today, gone today.
Mm,
I don't ever want to be a person to add a burden on anybody.
mm,
I don't ever want to be that person to be adding more problems and more complications on top of what you might be going through mentally or what you might be going through that you don't even talk about. So I love transmuting pain or the opposite of happiness and transmuting it into something beautiful.
mm. Speaking of transmuting pain into something beautiful, some of the experiences that we see on the show, people really get hurt. Their
You do.
feelings really get hurt. And then you're there as the moderator and the coach. How do you remain neutral at the same time, giving them some guidance and helping to ease them through this maze? That
What at the end of the day, they need to know that it's ultimately your decision to stay or walk away. And it's also ultimately your decision to pick yourself back up. We all get hurt, right? We all go through trials and tribulations when it comes to dating, but that's all part of the experience. Love requires taking risk, even if it means getting your heart broken.
mm,
It's part of the experience. And I always tell people, get your experience.
mm,
Nobody gave us a manual on how to be a good anything. So because that brother didn't have the capacity to love you the way that you wanted to be loved, or that sister didn't have the capacity to treat you in a way you felt you deserved to be treated, on to the next. Thank you for the experience. I know what to look for. I know what to accept and what not to accept. That's part of the experience.
mm. At what point, since you brought that up, I'm a girl dad, so, and I think I mentioned this last time. Now she's 17, getting ready to head off to college. Bruh, I am not.
You're not okay. I know. You're not
I'm
okay.
not
I
okay.
know.
And she's the last one. So how would I tell her, hey, immediately stand your ground, you know, without overstepping? And I know this is not, directly related to the show, but
Yeah,
it
but you're
is
a
because she's
dad.
going to
You
be
can never
dating.
overstep. You're a
Mm,
dad. You can never overstep. Your job is to protect your daughter.
mm,
You're a dad. You're a protector. That's your job.
mm,
But at the end of the day, it's ultimately up to her, the choice that she makes.
mm,
She's almost a young adult now.
mm,
So now the ball is in her court. So ultimately
mm,
all you could do is give her all the feasible advice, all the things that you know, all the lessons that you learn. You feed it to her and let her know this is boom, 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 boom. Move diligently when it comes to not even just relationships, that's the workplace, school, navigating through life. You can drop all the gems you want. It's just ultimately up to her to figure out which gem she gonna put in her crown royal bag.
Ah, hey, hey, she better not be drinking.
I'm just
You know,
saying.
real,
It's
real dad getting
ultimately
off topic. Real
the
dad getting
choice
off.
is ultimately hers, though. She's a young adult, so now she's gonna be old enough to make her own decisions. All you can do is just drop some gems, and it's up to her to pick them up.
So the same way that you were brutally honest with me, you know what I mean, and saying, it's not your turn no more. It's her turn now.
Hmm.
How do you're the same way with the couples on the show,
Hmm.
and as the host, when do you know when to step out?
You just know. You just know. It's always a church thing. Well, that ain't my business. Because
Hey,
everybody grown.
right.
You can't tell a grown person what to do. You can't tell a grown person what to say. Can't tell a grown person how to act. Everybody's
Mhm,
grown.
mhm.
That's why I love it's just all about having a fine balance. So it's a seesaw game, back and forth. You gotta know when to step in, gotta know when to step back.
As
Everything ain't
the,
meant for me to say.
I'm sorry, as the ultimate observer in this series, what's the most fun for you and educational for you as a human
I
being?
love the activities, right? I absolutely adore the activities because I've taken those activities and I've incorporated it into my own personal life. And
Mm,
I've seen a significant change. I've even taken the activities and helped my friends incorporate it into their, because I have a lot of friends who are married. And I help them incorporate it into their marriage. And I get a lot of friends who call me and say, damn, that was actually good. My wife, so she couldn't believe that I what. So
mm,
I
mhm, mhm.
absolutely adore the activities. A lot of people look at the activities and they think it's all about sex, but it's really just connecting on a deeper level. It helps you connect with your partner on a deeper level. It helps you connect with your family on a deeper level. It's all about connection.
Right. And for those of y'all who've been married 10, 15, 20 years, you know, there's some opportunities here. It's another reason to watch the show, honestly, because you got to keep it fresh. Y'all arguing all the time, snapping.
Hmm.
Put something in there that ain't nothing to snap about. You can't be
Exactly.
unhappy with a picnic at the beach or, parasailing or whatever. You're too busy being excited and the adrenaline is going. Keep it up. Show them that you appreciate. Your time is short. Biggest takeaway for you from this season? You've got some crazy episodes,
Yeah.
the more the merrier, whining and dining, lying for sport.
Yeah.
For real though.
I think the biggest takeaway I've taken from this is just show up. And that means show up as your most authentic self. Because eventually all that stuff is gonna come back and bite you in the ass. What happens in the dark comes to the light. Just always be honest.
Yeah.
Always be upfront.
Because that stuff stays with you FOVERRR forever.
Yeah, that part.
That
You
part.
can spell.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anything that you wanted to cover about the season that I may have neglected? Time is short and you're moving on, and I know you're busy, but I just want to make sure that we cover every tidbit
No,
that you
you
got.
covered it all. I just want people to tune in every Friday between the hours of 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, only on OWN, and catch my cute face on there.
Look,
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
tell a friend and give me your IG because I'm gonna tell you something. When her and Mr. Blake Martin get together, it
Oh,
is
we gotta see some new pics, Jerry.
please do.
Yeah, we
It
gotta
is
see some new stuff. He said he tired of that yellow and blue picture that I've been sending to everybody. So
uh,
don't
uh
don't don't. We gonna see some new pictures by tomorrow. Don't post that old picture,
I,
okay? He's
I
sick of
promise I won't. I promise I won't. I really love your energy. I enjoy and I'm honored that you take the time to speak with me. Thank you to
I
OWN
love you, Jerry.
for
We
putting this
love
together.
you.
I am a skip down fool. They make me keep it short because they know I will go. Yeah.
I know. I know.
I will go there. I love it. Miss Taronda Jones on Instagram.
Taranda J, TarhondaJay on Instagram, all platforms, and then it's Taranda Jones on Facebook. Yes.
Okay, and then you can keep up on her socials with some really great tidbits from the season, uh, some unique pieces that you won't get anywhere else. You can't get inside the mind of Miss Jones unless you're watching, because she is everywhere doing everything. She's leading some 7 couples through 3 weeks of ooh wee in LA this time. Beautiful scenery, beautiful, just amazing. I really appreciate you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Jerry. Such a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure talking to you. Appreciate you. I'm coming to Chicago
Please do.
and get me some smoked oxtails, whatever kind of oxtails you put
If you
together.
want smoke.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Cause I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Cause I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out to Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.